with might be feeling embarrassed or ashamed what may be going on with them, things like that. Thank you guys so much for being here today, and thank you to each and every one of you who provides some sort of give back on this channel, whether it be through liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, donations, purchasing services. Each and everything that you guys do to support this channel helps me to be able to support myself as I'm here to support you guys on your journey. So thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it, and you have no idea how much it really does help me out. I'm finally starting to get some of the things taken care of that I've needed to get taken care of for a while now. But I still have a few more that are fairly spendy. So, once again, I really appreciate you guys when you guys do things to help me out too, because it helps me to be able to be here for you guys as well. And it takes away the time and energy spent on worrying over that stuff or having to work extra jobs to be able to put into here and you guys and what you guys have going on. So anyway, let's get started with pile one. For pile one, the person that you are dealing with, why are they feeling so embarrassed or ashamed? For some of you, this could be a parent. For others of you, this could be a child. Those are the two biggest energies I'm getting, is the parent-child dynamic, whether it's your child and you or your parent and you. Somebody was wishing to be on top. Somebody may have been very deceptive or very two-faced when it came to money in some way. This person might have known about somebody that was being deceptive or two-faced when it came to money. They may have known about somebody's anger. They may have known about somebody's rage and somebody's competitive nature and how they really wanted to be sitting on a throne. Oh, the song that's coming to mind is Castle by Halsey. And there's an old man sitting on the throne, and he says that I should probably keep my pretty mouth shut. I'm headed straight to the castle. They want to make me their queen. And there's an old man sitting on the throne, and he's saying I probably shouldn't be so mean. Hi, Rishima. Nice to see you, beautiful. Hope you're having a good morning. So there's been a call to action in some way. Judgment is coming in for somebody. Somebody's going to be facing a lot. This person that you're dealing with, that you're asking about today, could really be questioning who they are, what they've done, what they've allowed to be done. Because some of them, it wasn't them who did it. They just looked the other way while the person was doing it. Or they may have even let this person convince them to lie for them. And now the next song that's coming up is I lied for you and I liked it too. But now my makeup's ruined and my knees are bruised, and I can't remember the rest of that song, but that's the parts I'm getting of it. So yeah, somebody could definitely have lied for someone else, had their back in a certain situation, and they're feeling like they should have had your back. This person could have been helping somebody to stop the growth of your money as well. Or somebody may actually even know about a contract or a will that could have been where something could have been left to you, or some sort of job opportunity could have been presented, or something along those lines, and somebody hid something from you. There could have been even mail that came in that they stole. I've had that happen myself. I actually went down to the post office a few different times, and now nobody's allowed to take mail out of my mailbox unless they have an ID, a picture ID there. Because if I need a new key, I will go through whatever hassle I have to go through to get a new key. I'm probably not going to be losing it anytime soon, knock on wood. But if they go in there and tell them that there's somebody that's on that box, they can pull out mail from it. They don't even have to have an ID, which is ridiculous. That's not okay. Because then you get people going in there and taking food that was mailed to me by people on this channel when I didn't have much to eat. It's pretty messed up. Especially the people that were doing it and the ones that were convincing them to do it. Messages, 98.7, incoming news. Listen closely. Listen closely to the signs, synchronicities, and the messages that are coming in. Listen to what people are saying to you. There could have actually been some things that this person has said to you at points. There was one point in time where my oldest daughter actually said something to me about, wouldn't it be amazing if somebody left you a house, Mom? That's something that's been talked about a lot over the last couple of years from my guides. And this was about 8 months ago or so that she said this. So there could actually be things that are being spoken about, or said out loud. And they may not be saying the full thing, but they're giving you little hints and little clues as to what's going on or what could be happening. Somebody could also be feeling very guilty and ashamed about the rumors, lies, or gossip that they spread about you. Somebody could be feeling embarrassed or ashamed about how you were treated when you were feeling down and out, when you were feeling upset, how they treated you when you were crying, when you were hurt, when you were in pain. Somebody may feel like they don't have a whole lot of time left to get their message across. So for some of you, this definitely is going to be a parent. And some of you, it's going to be a child. But somebody's parent may feel like 22. They don't have a whole lot of time left to be able to take action to make things right. Somebody may also be feeling ashamed or embarrassed of how badly they hurt you, how deeply they hurt you, because of their anger or because of their bitterness. They may have even been upset. Say if you have a child, they may have been upset about a divorce that you were going through with their other parent. And they may not have wanted their family to split up, and they may have blamed the entire thing on you because they may not have known everything that was going on behind the scenes. And there may be some things getting revealed to them at this point. There may be some of these things that they really didn't notice or see before, and now they're starting to see them, and things are starting to be brought out into the open. Somebody may also be feeling ashamed and embarrassed because they may feel like you were their rock and you helped them to grow, you helped them to learn, you helped them to flourish, you helped them to thrive. You brought a lot of abundance and fertility into their life. You may have been very innocent and pure in your actions. You may have been somebody very solid, stable, grounded. People may have tried very hard to make you unstable, to poison the growth that you had, to keep you from thriving in some way. Somebody may be feeling very embarrassed or ashamed about the secrets that they have kept hidden or locked away. Yeah, somebody may feel like they had a hard time speaking up about certain things. Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave. If I told you, then I know you won't tell what I've said. 'Cause two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. So somebody could also be feeling very guilty or ashamed about secrets that are coming out of the closet at this time. Or even about not speaking up about the information that they had that could have helped you in your life, that could have brought a lot of abundance or growth or fertility into your life, that could have brought you a lot of the things that you've been wishing for a while. Hope everybody's having a good day today. I feel like a lot of you have finally decided to just let this be what it is. If it's meant to be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be. Yeah. So a lot of you have just decided to let this be what it is, to stop worrying about things, to let things go, and to allow things to play out how they're going to play out. And you've really been able to detach from this situation in a lot of ways. And it's those things that are going on right now within yourself and within your world, and also with this person in their world. And the fact that you may not be around quite as often, or they may not see you as much, they may not get to listen to your pearls of wisdom if you ever helped with advice on certain situations they were facing or with leveling up in their life. And now this person's really starting to see and piece things together like, wow, this was the best person in my life. My mom, when I was 26 years old, after my entire life of telling me I was the worst child she ever had, I was the bad kid, she dedicated Bad to the Bone to me when I was like 4. That was my song from her. And when I was 26 years old, that sounds about right. No, it was about 28 years old, because it was after we moved up here. We were up here for about a year and a half. We went back down there to see her, and when we did, she apologized to me, the only apology that I've ever received from my mom in my life, and the only one I probably ever will. She's a Leo, a little bit of pride, but she apologized for thinking that I was the worst child she ever had when I was probably the best one that she had. And that's kind of what this situation feels like. It feels like somebody is finally realizing just how much you meant to them and just how much you were there for them and how much they let others convince them that that wasn't true. This could be somebody you read with quite regularly too. Stop worrying. Get out more. You are enough. Possibilities await. Open up. Be yourself. Don't hide. Know yourself. Knowledge is power. Loyalty to self first. Peace within. So what you guys are working on at this current moment is making sure to take care of you. It's kind of like the week I've had this week. After I worked at Cherry Fest last week for 3 days and, 4 days. And on that last day, I worked 13 hours with 3 breaks that were the equivalent of 1 hour altogether. I was fucking worn out after that shit. Worn out. And between that and then the DoorDash I was doing last week leading up to it and my channel, all of those things combined, I was fucking worn out. So I took a couple days to just rest and relax. To not constantly feel like I have to be running and doing and everything else. To remember that with faith, the things that you need will be provided as you're taking the time to take care of you. Cleanse your energy. Guide me home. Listen to your intuition, love. Balance. Calm your mind. Go after your dreams. You know where you belong. Find your center. Release all your worries. Peace comes to you now. Find your heart space. Visit nature. Light up your mind. It will light up your life. Ground yourself. Open up to receiving. So, once again, generally you're a very grounded person. You're a very abundant and fertile person. You are somebody that is so beautiful. You have some sharp thorns on you, sure, that people might get pricked by occasionally. But that's the balance within you. You have both shadow and light. You have both masculine and feminine. You have action and you have passive. And peace comes to you once you accept all aspects of yourself and you allow yourself to decide which aspects of you need to be used in each area. Visiting nature is going to be very helpful for you too. Your mom stole $24,000 from a car accident. She swept the abuse from my father under the rug and acted like she didn't know about it. And I'm sure she knew about my inheritance and stalking. That's very possible, sweetheart. My ex's whole family has a tendency to sweep every single thing that's ever happened that's bad to anybody under the rug. And any of the people who have been abused by people in that family are the ones that are outcasted if they try to say anything about it, instead of the ones who are abusing them. And in my family, there's some similar dynamics. Although myself and my siblings have been breaking a lot of those things, breaking the system. Good luck with that. So once again, there could definitely have been something stolen from you. An inheritance, an insurance thing. Somebody could have tried to steal your identity or your work. Maybe you put a lot of time, effort, and energy into something that somebody may have tried to claim as their own. Bring me back. Guide me home. You have the ability to guide someone home as well. Your words. And also your actions. Your actions to walk away from situations, even when you have a lot of love in them, when they are not good for you or when people are not treating you right, is something that is going to show others around you to do the same in their life. 555. It's going to create a very strong transformation. This energy of freeing yourself, finding your independence, believing in yourself, loving yourself, and knowing that you don't need anyone or anything. Whether it's nice to have those things around or not, you don't need them. Embracing your own shadow side is also going to help you to accept and acknowledge other people's shadow sides without as much judgment there. So you can forgive and release that and let it go. So you can allow the karma that needs to go back to where it belongs and the energy that needs to go back to where it belongs to go back home to that person. So that you can call back your power and your energy. And also so that you can take accountability in some of the areas that you need to take accountability in as well. So somebody may be feeling very embarrassed or ashamed of not taking accountability in certain areas. I'm going to go over here really quick, guys. I forgot to get some water before I started this reading, so I'm going to grab some water. Ooh. Living in a van is so fun, especially with 4 dogs and 2 humans. Oh, move, Hank. If this town wasn't so cruel, I could just be in my RV still and I could have my 2 cats still. But one of them found a very good home and I'm still kind of hoping the other one is doing okay. So, there could definitely have been something about you being removed from a space you were living in as well, since I felt drawn to share that with you. You could have had a lot of people walk away from you. Somebody could be feeling embarrassed about walking away from you because they're feeling like all the love in the world was in your arms. You accepted them for everything that they are, and not just the perfect version of themselves. Somebody may be required to be perfect in some way, or flawless in some way, in order to be loved and accepted by the people that are around them that they may have chosen over you. And so this person may be feeling very lonely. 7 of Stakes. Somebody is looking in the mirror at themselves, and they are seeing that shadow side. Clones and AI replicas are coming up right now in my mind too. At this moment in time, in Buffy, the first evil was representing itself as Buffy and convincing others that it was Buffy, but it was a non-corporeal entity. So there may be some very big spiritual occurrences happening as well. Somebody may be feeling embarrassed or ashamed of defending their actions, or 929, defending the actions of someone else. Someone may have turned their back on you, and somebody may have been defending their actions and turning their back on you, but they may not feel like that is so right anymore. This person may feel very embarrassed or ashamed of all the fights or arguments that you may have had with them. The nasty or hurtful things that they may have said to you in their moments of anger or hurt or pain. And all of those are things that, you know, every one of us has done at some point in our life. This person may really need forgiveness and acceptance when it comes time for them to express the truth of how they've behaved. They are seeing things from a very different perspective at this point. They've been put on pause, or there's been this break, or there's been this delay. There may even be this separation between the two of you, or a distance between the two of you where they are starting to see and realize things that they missed before. Like I was talking about before with the whole moving away from my hometown, and about a year and a half later, my mom's entire perspective about me shifted because I was no longer there. I was no longer there to make sure her rent got paid if the money got gambled away, which I had been doing since I was 16. I was no longer there to help out with my younger brother and sister. I was no longer there to take her places she needed to go when she needed to go to places. I was no longer there to come over and help her cook when we had family meal nights and then help her clean up afterwards. And it took her a long damn time to get anybody else to help with any of it, and I'm not even sure if she has yet. So there's a lot of things that you did that this person did not see, appreciate, value, notice until it was gone. And once it was gone, and it wasn't even right away because you may have been around a lot still. So there still could have been some of those things that you were doing. It wasn't until it was completely absent, at least like 90% of the way, that this person all of a sudden was like, holy shit. Look how much this person meant to me and how I treated them. And they're feeling very embarrassed and ashamed at this time, so it may take them a little while to come forward and express what they need to express, especially with the pain or sadness or loss or grief that they're feeling surrounding you and your connection. This person feels extremely embarrassed about the things that they hid in the dark, maybe about some of the actions they took out of jealousy. This person even could have tried to drag you down in some way. They might also be feeling embarrassed or ashamed for not listening to their intuition, or for trying to convince you not to listen to your intuition. There was something hidden here for sure. Something behind the scenes that you didn't know of or see. I feel like you faced a lot of darkness on your own. And these people that turned away from you in your time of need are now starting to see and realize how many times they've faced darkness and how you were there for them in their darkness. But they weren't there for you in the same way that you were there for them. Tainted drinks again. Two of Stakes. This person's trying to decide on a plan of action. They're trying to decide exactly how to handle this situation, exactly how to come forward. They may have even been trying to make a decision between things. And no one may know, 44, but they may feel extremely embarrassed or ashamed of the decision that they made. Because they may feel like the decision they made was the wrong one. Someone may have even just like packed up all their shit and took off. There could have been something that happened with an animal as well. Something that was hidden. The Emperor. Someone may be stuck with somebody who's extremely controlling, arrogant, cruel. Someone could be in a position of power and they may have abused that position of power. They may have lied to gain this position of power. This person may have said that they saw something that they never saw. Or once again, this person could definitely have tried to claim credit for something that you did. This person feels very embarrassed because you are the type of person who makes the best decision for everyone involved in a situation. And this person chose the exact opposite route to make the best decision for themselves. And the best decision for themselves could have involved hurting you or hurting others, or trying really hard to sabotage everyone around them to make sure that they didn't improve in any way because they felt like they were going to be left behind if they did. This person could have been behaving very arrogant, controlling. They could have been extremely angry at the time. And this guided a lot of their actions, and they let their anger take over and control them and dictate how they were behaving in some way. Somebody could even feel embarrassed or ashamed of how much like you they were. If this is a child or if this is a parent, it definitely could be that there are so many similarities between you, and yet they didn't even notice those similarities because they were so busy hating you, or they were so busy jumping on the train against you, that they didn't realize just how similar you were, how much alike you were. And also, they may not have realized how much power they had in a situation because they could have felt very powerless or weak in this situation. Somebody may feel like they hurt you in a very horrible way, and now they need to come up with some big grand gesture in order to turn things around and make up for what they've done. 44 again. Yeah. And for some of you, if this was a guy that you were involved with, it could have been somebody that was trying to control the situation. And they could have even let their lust or their anger get the best of them. And they could have stepped out of line in some way. This person is stuck looking in the mirror at the moment and having to really delve into themselves and what they've done. This person's facing their own dark night of the soul, which is where you may have been when everybody disappeared in your life. So this person's going through that now, and they're finding out and learning a lot of the same things you did while you were on your dark night of the soul. Who they are, the things they've done, the things they've believed, the people they've trusted. They may really be seeing true colors at this time, and people may really be being exposed. So that is what I have for this pile, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys had to say about it, whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through, all those kinds of good things. And if you guys did enjoy this reading or you got something from it, it would be awesome if you could support my channel in the ways that you're able to, whether that be liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, leaving timestamps, donations, hitting that little super thanks button, or making purchases. Everything that you guys do to help support this channel helps me to be able to support myself as I'm here to support you all on your paths. So thank you guys so much for that. It really does help me out, and it helps a lot of other people out as well. I will see you guys next time, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. For you guys. Why is the person that you are dealing with feeling embarrassed or ashamed in some way? This person could have taken an oath of some kind to protect and defend. So this person could actually be like a police officer. They could be military personnel. They could be security guard, judge, a lawyer. 46. Whoever this person is, this person may have taken some sort of oath, or even just made an oath to themselves about protecting and defending the freedom or liberty or justice of all people, regardless of age, gender, sex, something along those lines. An Army Ranger. I'm thinking about Con Air when it starts talking about Rangers and what they stand for. I can't remember the entire speech, but it's like a big speech about how Rangers defend and protect. They're honorable, and whatever the case may be. This person may be feeling extremely embarrassed because maybe they broke this oath in some way. Or maybe their courage is not something that they stepped into. Maybe they ran away in fear in some situation, or they acted out of fear in some sort of situation. This person holds themselves to extremely high standards. National Rifle Association, all in, 2012. The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. National Rifle Association of America, incorporated in 1871. Yeah, this could definitely be somebody that infringed upon the rights or freedoms of you or someone else. They could have been someone who looked the other way as you were being attacked in some way. And this person actually could be dealing with a lot of these same issues now that they turned away from that you were dealing with. And they may not have anybody to stand behind them either. They may be facing a lot of these things alone. This person could be really regretting the things that they've done. This person could have even attacked you themselves, and you could have been very innocent in a situation. For some of you, this could definitely be somebody that you had a relationship with in the past, or that maybe you were just having a sexual relationship with, and maybe you had a friendship with them. Maybe the friendship was true on your side, but the friendship was not true on their side. They didn't behave as a friend would. They have a lot of respect for you. They have a lot of respect for you. They have a lot of admiration for you. And I don't think this is something they always had when they first came across you. They probably saw you in a very different light than they see you in now. I feel like they see you as somebody who is very courageous, very brave, very strong, willing to fight not only for yourself but for others. Willing to stand up when others turn away. This person sees you as all the things that they took an oath to be, but did not stand in. You're very protected in a situation as well. Somebody may have been trying to blacken your name in some sort of way. Especially if you are somebody that is very free sexually. If you're somebody very untamable, fiery, spirited. They may have thought that they were going to break you and they didn't. It's like when you're breaking in a horse. I don't know. Yeah, they're definitely feeling very ashamed or guilty of the way that they treated you and the fact that it's all being exposed. I feel like there's a lot being exposed at this time about the way that this person treated you. It's like the sun is shining and everything's being highlighted. This person did not take action when they should have. And then they took actions when they shouldn't have as well. So this person is feeling guilty, ashamed, embarrassed about some of the actions that they did take. And then they're feeling guilty, ashamed, and embarrassed of some of the actions that they feel like they should have taken and they didn't. This person feels like their voice is broke in some way. This person also feels like this connection has been severed irreparably. They also know that you are extremely protected as well, especially when it comes to trying to blacken your name. People know who you are, and they're not going to be able to change that or shift that. They're not going to be able to make you appear to be a bad guy in a situation. I'm coming at you like a dark horse. She'll eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. Try not to lead her on. Shorty's heart's on steroids because her love is so strong. If you fall in love, you better keep her, or our heart will turn cold as a freezer. So yeah, this could definitely be somebody that played you in the past. There might even be two people here. This could definitely be somebody that played you in the past. This may even be somebody who tried to take your power or your authority, or who tried to take your position or your throne in some way. You should see me in a crown. I'm gonna run this nothing town. Watch me make them bow one by one. So, you definitely have people that are wanting to kneel at your feet and swear their fealty to you, their loyalty to you. These are people that have not been loyal in the past, and they feel very ashamed of that. They feel ashamed of the way they've behaved, the way they've acted, the distorted view that they had of you, the distorted view they had of themselves, because they were really looking at themselves like they were the greatest thing on earth, the greatest thing since sliced cheese. And now they're looking at themselves going, wow, you're an idiot. Because this person was fucking amazing. And you did everything to try to destroy that. What? Out of ego, jealousy, bitterness, envy? Ego, more than likely. Could definitely be a Leo or a Sagittarius. They're feeling like a fucking clown is what they're feeling like. This person was energetically trying to siphon your energy in some way as well. This person also could be somebody who's an extremely big hothead. He calls me a hothead, then he sets me on fire. He said that it's my fault, that he is a liar. Next time you call me on the phone yelling, I'm going to say, fuck you. Leave me alone. He said, you're never as good as you are when you are with me, so I hope you know better than to leave. This could definitely have been somebody who treated you as far less than what you are. You could have been somebody that was there to help tame that rage that was inside of them, to help them learn how to express their emotions more, the sensitive parts of their emotions more, instead of allowing the rage to overcome them and take over. So you could have definitely helped this person in an anger management type of way. Fronting with balls. People front all the time. It's always seen through, just give me a dime. If you did, I'd be rich by now. Everybody wondering exactly how. Lies fall like blood red rain, extending all of human pain. Hurt people, or so I'm told. trying to heal people until I am old. Hurt or not, I try not to hurt, but others never really assert. Intimidation got them quaking. In the oven, our love's bacon. Short on needed things to make it. Stop now, you don't get to throw a fit. If you can't be honest about who you are, then you will never go very far. If lies is what you seek to sow, in reaping you will get your prize bow. Something fake and faulty doesn't feel right, till you're losing hope and out of sight. You say you're one thing, not thinking others sing, not regarding the image you can't keep, not examining the truths that start to leak. Know yourself before you move towards me. Don't present a picture that no one will ever see. Just be you and I'll just be me, and that's the step that will set you free. So, this person's feeling guilty and ashamed and regretful of the fact that they lied and lied and lied. It's kind of reminding me of this one guy that pretty much all he did was lie. And it was even worse when he said, "This is no bullshit." Every time he said, "This is no bullshit," you knew that it was going to be the biggest lie in the fucking world right after he made that statement. It's also reminding me of the guy that I wrote it about. And he had so many. Wow. This is definitely a pathological liar that you dealt with. Somebody that tried so hard to make themselves seem like they were so much better than they were because they were ashamed of who they are or what position they were standing in, because you were standing in a higher position, and they couldn't just be okay with that. They had to knock you off that fucking throne so that you would be at their feet, because they felt like they were at your feet, even though you never had them at your feet. You never saw them that way. You probably saw them as an equal. You probably saw them as somebody that had potential in some way or something along those lines. But this person did not see themselves that way. And this person saw you as larger than life. So this person made sure to do everything in their power to try to knock you off the throne that they didn't feel like you deserved. They felt like you needed to be humbled. And they felt like they were just a dick. They were a dick. Okay? They were a dick. You may want to look up lizard symbolism as well. This person may have even been somebody that generally has a tendency to protect or stand by those that are weaker than themselves. But they didn't see you that way either. They saw you as stronger than them. Eight of Coins. This person sees how hard you have worked for everything that you have and for everyone around you. You have worked so hard to break the curses of so many, to free people from what they've been going through. You're a very pure soul. You've bled for everyone around you. And that's what this person wanted to do in their life. But instead they chose the easy way, or they chose the fast money, or they chose the whatever route that fear and cowardice entails, instead of bravery, honor, and integrity. And you are somebody who chose the path of bravery, honor, integrity, hard work, discipline. You chose the path of independence and freedom. This person could have also been feeling embarrassed or ashamed about their finances and where they were sitting, because they knew that you were on your way to success in that area. Men can get extremely awful when it comes to that sometimes. Which, you know, for the last 3,500 years, they've been the providers and protectors of the household. And when the woman is providing and protecting, it can cause some ruffled feathers. 4422. Page of Scythes. 3 of Chalices. 8 of Scythes. And the 6 of Scythes. This person's feeling embarrassed and ashamed because when you walked away, they got extremely stuck in their head. They were spending a lot of time thinking about the situation. They were feeling very stuck, stagnant. This person could have felt very bound up or tied up in some way. This person could also be feeling embarrassed or ashamed of the third party situation that they were bound up in or tied up in, or whatever was going on the side. This person could be feeling embarrassed and ashamed that you were working extremely hard for yourself, for others, to do your best in whatever situation. And this person was busy playing around, screwing off, running around with other people, maybe even constantly watching you. This one here has to do with Amy and her mother. Amy's mother did witchcraft to switch positions with her because she felt like she was wasting her life because she was not living the life that her mother wanted. So her mother switched places with her so that she could be in cheerleading again, basically. So she could have that youthful body again, so that she could use it for all the things that it should have been being used for, because before her mother stepped into her body, she was fairly overweight. She spent a lot of time eating junk food. She spent a lot of time watching TV, wasting her time, according to her mother, wasting her life, which kind of reminds me of a situation where this older guy was bitching at this younger guy at one point. He was 20 years old, and the other guy was about 52, and he's bitching at him about how he should be out there getting a job because he's young enough, he can work, and all this other shit. And I was like, you know what? You don't even know what the fuck is going on in this kid's life. At this current moment in time, he is unable to get a job for reasons that are none of your business. But it doesn't even matter, because you don't need to be acting like that. And I looked at the kid and I was like, and the only reason he's acting like that is because right now he's old. He's not young anymore. He can't do any of those things that he feels like you can do and you aren't doing. And maybe some of the things that he should have did in the past too. And he's upset about that because you have the chance to do it, but he doesn't, and you're not doing it. And actually that guy was like, wow, you're right. And he apologized to the kid. He's like, I am so sorry. I didn't even realize that I was doing that, or that I might have been hurting your feelings or anything like that. I'm sorry. Maybe you checked this person on some of the things that they've done too. There was one time that one of the people that's been flashing through my mind throughout this 47-44 is someone, I was staying with them, they had a bunch of dogs, and they convinced me to go with them that day to go do a few things. We ended up being gone for like 6 hours. And so in the house was 9 dogs, my 2 and their 7, while we were gone. And when we get back, there's pee and poop, of course, because it's been 6 hours, and there's 9 dogs in there, and they all know that, hey, you're not going to know who it is anyway. Besides the fact that it's been 6 hours. So he starts screaming at him, and I can't believe you guys do this every time. I don't know why you guys have to always do this, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? Why don't you stop and think about this for a second? Because while we were gone for those 6 hours, I can guarantee that you probably peed 10 fucking times, because everywhere we went, you're hopping out of the car to pee. Because he drank a lot. I was like, so imagine being stuck in a house now where you can't pee for the next 6 hours, and it's not like you can open the bathroom door and get on the toilet and go. Where are you going to go? You're going to go on the floor. He shut up immediately and started cleaning the mess up, and he never yelled at him again for it that I saw. But you could have definitely, somebody could be feeling embarrassed or ashamed because of something that you said to them about something that they had done. They may be feeling very stuck as well, or mired in it. They could be feeling very held back by certain things too. They may not feel like they have as much confidence as you do in certain areas, but that's because you've put in the time, effort, energy, and work. And the funny thing is, they know that as well because they've seen it. This person also feels very embarrassed or ashamed of walking away from certain things. Maybe even certain things. It may even be that they feel very embarrassed or ashamed of walking away from you because of what others thought about you, or because of the wildness in you, or because of you may be something or someone that's very taboo and people may think is evil, or people may think is negative in some way. And this person may feel ashamed or embarrassed of following others instead of leading the way themselves and following their own intuition. Once again with this, they weren't being a good leader. They were being a follower. And they weren't being brave. They weren't fighting for what was right. Instead, they were allowing things to happen that they knew were wrong. They weren't doing anything about it. And they were even participating in some of it for some of them as well. And that definitely includes cheating as well, if this was a situation where you were involved with somebody. They may have even told you that while you guys were together, even if you weren't actually dating, that you would be the only person that they were sleeping with, and they would be the only person you were sleeping with. And if anybody was going to change that, they would let the other person know. And then this person could have just been running around with everyone behind your back. While you were not doing the same. This person also could be feeling embarrassed or ashamed of watching you on a regular basis. This person may be watching you. If you have your own social media presence of some sort, they could be watching you in that area. They may be watching you win awards or accolades. They may be watching you gain success. They may be watching all of your hard work pay off. They may be watching you have fun and enjoy yourself. They may be watching you when you go out with your friends or something along those lines. You have a lot of confidence, a lot of self-respect, a lot of self-esteem. And that could also be making this person feel embarrassed or ashamed. If this is somebody that set out to tear you down intentionally and to break you intentionally, they may actually be feeling embarrassed or ashamed of the fact that they couldn't do it. So that is what I have for this pile, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys had to say about it, whether or not it resonated, what you might have going on, all those good things. The Swan Princess may be a good movie to check out too. And I really appreciate and thank you so much to each and every one of you who does whatever you do to support my channel. Anything you guys do to support my channel is so appreciated. Thank you for that. The likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the donations, the purchasing of services. Each one of those things helps me to be able to take care of and support myself as I'm here each day to support you on your paths. So thank you so much for that. It not only helps me, but it helps all those that I'm here for as well. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. For you guys, why is the person that you are thinking of or dealing with 6'10"? Feeling so guilty, embarrassed, ashamed. I feel like this person's going to be feeling extra guilty. This person may actually even be allowing their guilt to eat away at them. And this person may have actually, they may be hating themselves far more than necessary. Because what they did may not even match up with the level of guilt that they're mired in. And then again, for some of you, it is going to be something that is that bad. Whatever it is, it's something that is causing them to hate themselves very intensely. This could be somebody that attacked you in some way, or planned an attack on you. For one or two of you, there may have actually been somebody who sexually assaulted you as well, because this little red whistle, even though somebody sent it to me for my dogs, so I have an extra way to call them, 710, 711. Could be something about a gas station here too. And a split 710, a bowling alley. Somebody gave this to me so I could call my dogs easier, but the first thing I thought of when I saw this whistle until I read their explanation was a rape whistle. Especially with the red color of it. 444. There could be something involving a car here as well. Somebody may have made a commitment to repair your car or your vehicle in some way. They may have led you to believe that they were going to help you out in some way or help you get back on your feet in some way. 5, 10, and then they left you out in the cold alone. 55. It's caused a massive transformation in their life and yours. 91, 8, 01, 22, 9, 69, 4, 74. Somebody could have been born in 74 or 69. So this could have been somebody older than you as well. Somebody that maybe you even looked up to in some sort of way. 45. Somebody could have also done something just for the rewards in it instead of doing it out of the kindness of their hearts. There could actually be that too. Somebody may be feeling very guilty about some of the things that they've done just to gain from you. Somebody could have taken from you when they promised to give to you in a time of need in your life where you really didn't have anything. They may have came in and they may have taken from you. Somebody could have actually even stolen important things that were important to you or valuable to you in some sort of way. AutoZone again. AutoZoner card. 14, 64, 37, 2. Somebody could have be something about organizing shelves here as well. Maybe even stocking shelves. 2017. So that's 6 years ago. A discount available. You could have even been part of this person's immediate family. Or you could have felt like this person was your friend. You may have even felt like they were family, even if they weren't. You may have treated them like family. You may have given a lot to this person. AutoZoner's spouse and dependents claimed on AutoZoner's tax return. Items purchased with this card are not eligible to earn AutoZoner rewards credits or rewards. This card may not be combined with other offers or discounts. Handbook for discount restrictions and exclusions. You could have been excluded from certain opportunities or situations, or you could have been not able to gain certain help that you needed in certain situations because of something that this person did, or because of something this person said. This person may have even convinced you to take a certain path. They may have used fear and intimidation to cause you to agree to a certain path. And this path could have really fucked up a lot of opportunities for you or messed up a lot of certain help that you could have gotten in certain situations that you didn't receive because you were connected to whatever this is. Always put customers first. Please allow valued customers to be served before you make your purchase. So, somebody could be feeling embarrassed or ashamed of putting somebody else ahead of you in some way. Of feeling like what you had to offer to the table was not valuable enough. That you were not a priority, even though you placed them as a priority, and you may have really helped them through a lot. 58, 55. You could have helped this person work through a lot. 58 came up again. You could have helped them to achieve a lot. You could have helped them to work through whatever mental things they were going through or emotional things they were going through. And a lot of times people do not see value in somebody who will sit there and listen to you and talk to you about your problems, especially those who have actually researched those things and have valuable advice to give. A lot of times people will not see that as valuable, which is crazy. You would think they would, because there are so many that are complete and total assholes about it. And they're like, I don't want to listen to anything you got to say about that right now. My life is a drama-free zone, so get your crap out of here because I'm a selfish asshole. Or at least that's what it sounds like. Anyway. And at the same time, sometimes you do got to do that because a nice, healthy balance is good. And, you know, sometimes not giving so much, just trusting that they're going to give back to you in return like they said they would is a good idea too. Maybe giving a little bit and seeing if they give back and then giving a little more. That way you don't get left in a lurch like this, because I feel like somebody left you with a broke down car or Somebody may have left you with something that you had to pay for that they actually damaged. Something along those lines. Human resources. This could be something, this person may have had a lot of complaints from people. Whether it be at their work through human resources, or whether it be through family and friends, there could be a lot of complaints surfacing about this person. And they may be feeling very embarrassed or ashamed about that as well. The things that are hidden away in a drawer somewhere. The junk. This person could actually hold on to a lot of things. There was somebody recently. 4 carburetors, the type of which my RV would take. A mechanic at that. And I sat and helped him through a lot of shit. And he promised that he was going to do that. And he never did. But I don't really care, because what I do's on me and what they do's on them. A lot of things about this person are coming out, are being exposed. They're feeling very vulnerable. They're feeling very in the spotlight. And they're feeling very embarrassed and ashamed of the things that are coming out about them, especially when it comes to their love life or their sex life. For some of these people as well, maybe even one night stands with people that they don't even know their name or something along those lines. Pineapples were a fruit that only extremely wealthy people used to eat back in the day. So this person could also be feeling very guilty, ashamed, embarrassed by the fact that they had the ability to help you and did not. Or they could be feeling very guilty, embarrassed, ashamed of their lack of money. And so they could be trying to present themselves as somebody who has a lot of money. And what's funny is, if this person would have just helped you the way that they said they were going to, and you were there helping them at the same time, this person would have been able to get back up on their feet if they're down and out in some way and they weren't wanting anybody to know about it. But this person chose to go a different route instead. This person really could have received all the help that they needed from you. Things could be very different right now if they would have acted differently. And they're feeling, they know this. They know this. And the song that's coming to mind right now is, the more we share, the more we're gonna get. So, this person is feeling like they've been hoarding everything. There's been so many opportunities for them to give to people around them that could have used what they had, and instead it has sat there until it's gotten old or useless or worn out or broken, and it hasn't even been used. It hasn't even been, there's no purpose for it to even be sitting there. Now this person's getting ready to lose everything that they have, including all that crap that they thought was so important and they didn't want anybody else to have, that they clung to with their very fiber of their being. Which happens sometimes when you lose everything multiple times in your life. Sometimes it allows you to be more okay with losing things and not having much. And sometimes it makes you a lot more guarded and a lot more defensive about losing things or not having much, you know? Just depends. Depends on the person, depends on the situation. This person is also feeling extremely guilty for not seeing the diamond that you were inside of that rough. How beautiful you are, how pure you are. Hey, stop, stop. You may not look like much from the outside. Shh. And this person may be very shallow in the way that they judge things or people or situations, to where they look at the outside more than they do the inside. This person did not see the value that you brought into their life. They did not see the color that you brought into their world. This person didn't see all that you were worth. I had somebody recently say something to me when I took a shower and I had just dyed my hair and cut it. I had some nice clean clothes on. And he's like, look at you, I could almost take you out now. And the moment it slipped out of his mouth, he's like, holy shit, did I just say that? Yeah, you did. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter what somebody's wearing. It doesn't matter what their hair looks like. It doesn't matter how much money they have. What matters is who they are. And who they are is found underneath all that. If you can allow yourself to see more than just the surface. 555. This person really screwed themselves over in so many ways. Because of their lack of sight and their lack of depth. Make moments magical. You make moments magical. You make moments magical. You are a shining star in this person's life. You brought a lot of hope and a lot of faith, a lot of confidence to them. You made them feel like they were somebody. And they kind of made you feel like you were a pile of trash. While you were busy lifting them up, they were busy trying to tear you down in some way. And I don't think they were necessarily consciously doing it. I think it was a very subconscious thing that they were doing it. This person has gone full circle at this point inside of their head, and they've been contemplating what needs to be said. This person wants to come forward and make some sort of speech to make things right. They want to communicate. They are trying to open up their throat chakra in some sort of way. This may even be somebody who had somebody blow the whistle on them in some way, or report them for something in some way as well. So they could be feeling ashamed of that too, or embarrassed by it. Cooking up a plan. This person's cooking up a plan. We have monkey, the year of the monkey, 1944, 56, 68, 80, 92, 2004, 2016, 2028. So, this person may be cooking up a long-term plan in some way as well. Monkey see, monkey do. Monkey stole from you. So this person could have been trying to copy you or replicate you in some sort of way. I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you. I wish people could see more things in themselves to love instead of only seeing things in others to love and then hating them for it. Taurus. So this person feels ashamed and embarrassed because they were extremely stubborn and extremely stuck on or focused on something in particular. 610. Maybe even getting something back. Maybe getting something from you. This person could have been so focused on a reconciliation with you in some way, or on you being their partner for some of you as well, that they could have done everything in their power to make sure that you didn't have any help or support, or to leave you out in the cold, or to make sure everybody else did too, so that you only had them to go to. And this is backfiring on this person if that's the case. Somebody could be feeling guilty, ashamed, or embarrassed about some sort of plan that they came up with as well to get back at you for something. This person's feeling very stupid as well. Like, stupid. Like, I'm an idiot. Holy shit. This person also may have chosen somebody with money over you. And it may have turned out to be an extremely karmic and horrible, awful situation. Somebody may have chosen to listen to somebody's emotional manipulation as well. 811. Somebody could have been crying and making a scene. And oh, poor me. It could have been this person even. This person may have been exposed for manipulating people in that way. There's something here very heavily to do with communication as well. They're feeling very embarrassed or ashamed of some sort of communication they've had with you or others. Maybe even the communication they had with others that caused you to be a target or caused somebody else to be a target when they really didn't deserve to be a target. 44. Two of Cups. Somebody could be feeling guilty or ashamed about people knowing that they're gay. 9/11. Or about a gay lover that they have. Somebody could have actually even been accepting pay on that front as well. Somebody could be feeling guilty or embarrassed about the friendships that they have. Or the friendships that they have betrayed. Somebody may be feeling guilty or ashamed or embarrassed if they betrayed you in a friendship. Especially since you have worked so hard. 111 and 1111. You have a lot of abundance coming your way. You're very aligned at this time. This person's feeling embarrassed and ashamed of the blood, pain, hurt that they've left behind them in their wake, the chaos and destruction that they've caused through their words or their negligence in some way. They may have used friendships in some way to destroy certain people or situations. They may have used their position in somebody's life to call. Wow, somebody might have actually even falsely accused somebody of sexually assaulting them in some sort of way. To cause somebody to attack them. Or possibly even kill them. He's still alive. Jagged Pill by Pink. The Sun. And somebody may be feeling ashamed of expressing certain things that happened that were private, because now there may be more people involved than they wanted involved. Somebody may be very angry about something that they see as a betrayal. You might have spoken something about somebody and they may see this as a betrayal. Somebody may be feeling guilty or ashamed of things that they did when they were in their anger as well. When they were mired in anger, when they were mired in hate. Somebody may have actually even hurt people when they were mired in hate. When they had no faith, no optimism, no hope, no joy in their life. And it's everybody out for themselves and get these people before they get me kind of attitude and mentality. This person's actions are being exposed. And because of that, somebody may be feeling very ashamed. Somebody may have actually even attacked somebody in their anger in some way. Planted some sort of seeds in anger. And somebody may have sacrificed themselves or may be getting ready to sacrifice themselves in some sort of way that is going to make this person feel very ashamed, guilty, and embarrassed. And guilty is there very strongly. This guy lied to everyone around him, manipulated everyone around him to get to his target. Kind of like the target in the middle of this eye here. To get to his target because of the rage he had, the stubbornness he had, the focus he had on destroying someone for what was done in the past. He betrayed his friends to do that. He gained their trust, and then he used them to get close to the target. And he was caught at the last minute before he was able to kill him. And luckily, that happened too, because if it wasn't for him being stopped from fulfilling his anger and his rage in that moment, that person would not have been there to be able to stop the darkness from overcoming the light. True Colors is coming to mind now too. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful. Somebody could be feeling ashamed or embarrassed that they allowed their mother to make their decisions for them as well. Or they allowed their mother or their woman or whatever. It feels like a mother or like an older woman energy to manipulate them, to dictate what they should or shouldn't be doing in their life, who they should accept or who they should be friends with and who they shouldn't be. Maybe even that they allowed their mother to step in and create endings in their life that they should have been creating themselves or taking care of themselves. I am really not hard. Somebody could be feeling embarrassed or ashamed if they are not able to perform sexually as well in some way. If they're not able to get it up. There could be a lot of spiritual warfare going on in this person's life, and possibly even yours. There's emotional manipulation for sure. This guy was actually using a song to trigger Spike to be in a very dark place, in a very evil place, to basically bring him back to the person he actually wanted to attack, which was the person that was there 20 years ago who killed his mom. Because Spike really was no longer that person, which, considering we all shift, change, grow, all those things over time, that is something that happens. Somebody could be feeling guilty, ashamed, or embarrassed about what one of their best friends from the past did as well. They may have invited a best friend from their past into their life, not knowing who they were now. And that could have been something that poisoned the seeds they were planting as well. He chose the girl who wanted to be you since high school. She stole from you and tried to be you. Ouch. I feel like somebody also tried to really affect somebody's mental health and emotional health in some way in this pile over time. Somebody could have tried to get you to place your faith in the wrong position, or this person may have placed their faith in the wrong place. They may have placed their faith in somebody that was very unstable, somebody that was very manipulative, somebody that was very controlling, or just crazy in general. Very, I don't like using that word, but this person was extremely unstable, manipulative. And they were turned into that monster by somebody, because Drusilla was turned into that monster by somebody, and that's who I'm referring to. She was turned into that monster actually by Angel. Funny name for somebody that was so destructive. Somebody also could be feeling ashamed or embarrassed by the fact that they let their mother dictate their relationships, and that they care so much about their mother's approval or validation that they refuse to be with a partner they actually want to be with because they know that she would hate them for it in some way, or she would look down on them for it in some way. So that could definitely be it as well. Did we actually read this? I don't think we read this. No, we didn't. So, unlock doors. Open up to the new. No more time to feel so blue. Change the music that you feel. It is time to let go and heal. Crazy times lie ahead. No more time to lie in bed. Get up, get dressed, get outside. So many tears that you have cried. You are ready for something. The rest is really up to you. Take the road of far too few. You can bring yourself back out. I don't have any doubt. Pills and potions ain't the way. Natural herbs, meditate and pray. Sunshine daisies, dance in the rain. Only this will soothe your pain. New doors will be unlocked once your heart is no longer blocked. 7/27/22. If you want to be able to find this poem too, Dee's StoryTime is listed in the description box below, and you can find all my poetry over there. So, some of you are going through a lot of depression at this time. And you know exactly how to heal that, how to grow, how to get out of it, how to get yourself back on the right path. Somebody may even be feeling very angry that you're thinking about ending a connection with them in some sort of way because their faith is placed in the wrong spot. And you feel like there's a better way to be doing things, so you're just going to go your own way and do what you feel is right. And this person is very stubborn and feeling like their road is right, or, not wanting to admit defeat, or not wanting to admit that you know better than them in some sort of way. They may even feel like you are trying to be their mom in some sort of way, and they don't necessarily like it. So that's what I have for you guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys thought of it, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through, all those kinds of good things in the comments below. I do enjoy listening to your guys' stories. And not only that, it helps you guys to heal more, and it helps others to heal as they read the things that you guys have going on too, and see that they're not alone. And also, thank you guys so much for whatever support you send this way. If you guys got something from this reading, think about sending support in the ways that you can. Like, share, comment, subscribe, leave timestamps, donations, hit the little super thanks button, or purchase services. Because each one of those things that you do to support me and the work that I do on this channel helps me to be able to support myself as I do it. And it helps not only you, but a lot of other people as well who watch this channel and who gain a lot from it. So thank you guys once again for that, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.